how about you start by telling me what you're doing here in DC, whether or not you're enjoying your visit, and what you're here to talk about.
I am signing my 5th book. I am here to promote my 5th book in the 7th season of Dog Whisper in DC. Do I'm having fun? Yes. Have I gone outside DC? No.
It's an honest answer. So, from what you've heard, obviously you haven't seen much of DC yet, but from what you've heard, do you think DC is a dog-friendly city?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have amazing parks, amazing places for dogs to walk and humans to practice relaxation. I hope that you guys are taking advantage of that. I know it gets a little rainy here, but that's the beauty of people's creation, of human creation. They create rain suits for dogs. So it's no excuse.
Now, what about in that realm? We talked a little bit about the parks. What about kind of the unspoken, unwritten rules for dog etiquette, especially in a city like DC?
Tell me about them. Which one?
Leash etiquette, park etiquette, dog park etiquette, kind of the things that you want to make sure of.
So is the law for dog owners to have their dog on a leash, right? And so some people don't walk a dog on a leash, you're saying?
Well, yeah, and just general sidewalk etiquette, you know, when you have your dog on a leash, are there certain things that you want to make sure when you're passing other dogs, or just things that people might not necessarily would ask about, because it's kind of an unspoken thing?
That's actually a very common thing. Even though it's a common thing, people love to break the rules. Because they say, well, this is my own rules, and really it serves a purpose to me, and I really don't care about other dogs, you know. One of the things that I always say, you know, if you want to have a harmonious walk, make sure your dog is next to you or behind. When a dog is in front of you, that dog is going to walk with the state of mind that he owns the sidewalk. So the etiquette that he's going to use comes from a dominant point of view, not from a follower point of view, which is actually a more social state of mind when they're following the human. This is why dogs that live with people with disabilities, like blind people, they can pass by any dog. You know, they don't create any chaos. Dogs that live with homeless people, they have very good manners. But if the dogs, they're walked by their humans and the dogs are in front, those are not going to be able to have what we would like to see as a social etiquette. Can we lower this sound? It's very annoying.
Now, what about, there's a lot of young professionals in this city who are very busy, but also are out on their own and independent, and they want dogs. What do you think is a good time for a young professional in a city like this to get a dog?
Oh my God, I don't. To me, that has nothing to do with age or profession. Is that I don't see my life living without a dog. You know, so I know the importance of us. You know, I'm not going to put myself as a professional, but I'm going to put myself as when I came to America and I was by myself. It was very difficult for me to be without a dog. You know, because the companion and the acceptance and the way they remind you how to live your life. You know, even though you are making $1 a day, you know what I mean? It's so much help from them. You know, but what we have to learn is, in my case, I have an advantage because I came with knowledge, right? Knowledge about relating with a dog. So to me, it doesn't matter how high the level of energy of a dog is. But to professionals or to people who are entering into a relationship with a dog for the first time, it's very important they never bring a higher level energy than themselves. Because, you know, as a professional, you're going to be working a lot more. You're going to be taking the bus or truck or whatever, car, whatever. So you're going to spend a lot of time outside the house. A high-level energy dog requires at least 4 hours a day to be drained of his physical energy. So my suggestion is that if you're going to adopt a dog, make sure you foster the dog first. And that way you give a dog a chance to experience being with you at your house and see if you can actually relay from an energy point of view. It's very easy to fall in love with a dog, right? But not everybody falls in love with a dog that destroys their home or they bark constantly when they're not there. And so it's a way to prevent that. You know, so I think it's very important that you can enter into a relationship knowing what to do instead of figuring it out along the way.
And what do you think of the first dog, Bo Obama?
What I think is a very handsome dog. You know, I really like his coloring, his white socks. I think he has an amazing life. He doesn't know it.
Now, this is your 5th book.
Yes.
So tell me what you tell your viewers and followers in this book that's new, that they might not have known before.
Well, what I love about the book is that I brought four professionals, four people that I admire myself, so we can share 5 options. You know, one is mine, and the other one is the rest of the people. My understanding and my experience is that people love options. So when you go to a supermarket, you want 4 different options. You know, there is different types of training, and I want people to be exposed to those 5 types of trainings, and then they can choose which one they like. But what they're going to learn is the principles are the same. Everybody wants to gain the trust of a dog, the respect of a dog, and the loyalty. And the dog wants the same thing back. You know, technique is one thing, and then fundamentals is the roots of the tree. You know, it's life. You know, so what they're going to see is that we all agree in the roots. You know, and everybody has, as an individual, his own technique. And so once you enjoy a certain technique, you just stick to it. It's like a diet. You have hundreds of people that have their own way for you to lose weight, but then you like a certain person because that person inspires you, motivates you. So whatever your viewers getting inspired by, the answer is going to be in the book.